I buy you 100 buns and rum and you never give me none. I say you look pretty and all you tell me that I am so silly. Do you love me? Do you love me when I mention her? Baby, you look at me crazy. I then remember we can never have a baby if you keep being lazy. You want Prada and Gucci to look like a hoochie. I say let's save so we can have a brighter day. You then threaten me that you're gonna get with your manager Dave. And girl, you know how to fill me with rage. Do you love me? Do you love me? Hey, where do you go from here? It seems like you have no fear that I may disappear. You know what I am done, and give me my damn honey bun. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? I buy you 100 buns and a rum and you never give me none. I say you look pretty and all you tell me that I am so silly. So silly. Do you love me? Do you love me when I mention a baby? You look at me crazy. I then remember we can never have a baby if you keep being lazy. Yeah. You want Prada and Gucci to look like a hoochie. I say let's save so we can have a brighter day. You then threaten me that you're gonna get with your manager Dave. And girl, you know how to fill me with rage. Do you love me? Do you love me? Where do you go from here? It seems like you have no fear that I may disappear. You know what I am done, and give me my damn honey bun. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you? I buy you 100 buns and rum and you never give me none. I say you look pretty and all you tell me that I am so silly. So silly. Do you love me? Do you love me when I mention a baby? You look at me crazy. I didn't remember we can never have a baby if you keep being lazy. You want Prada and Gucci to look like a hoochie. I say let's save so we can have a brighter day. You then threaten me that you gon' get with your manager Dave. Girl, you know how to fill me with rage. Do you love me? Ooh, do you love me? Where do you go from here? It seems like you have no fear that I may disappear. You know what I am done, and give me my damn honey bun. Do 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 do.
Okay, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? So let's get into it real quick. I came home, I took a nap, and now I'm up, so I got some energy. So I'm gonna talk about a few things I saw today. So let's get into it real quick. So we do begin with acknowledgments because I appreciate y'all being here. Because y'all could be anywhere, y'all could be in Sleepy Land, but you in Avatar Nation Land. So here we go. What's up, Cheryl? The Spoiler Burnett. How you doing? Did you see the game today? I woke up at the very end of that football game. Was it UM versus Ole Miss? So yeah, I woke up at the very end. I know the controversy is going to be, should it have been a pass interference on Miami towards the end of the game with the Hail Mary? They're saying no because they're saying the offensive player was holding the defensive player, or there was contact between the two. I don't know. I saw that defensive player definitely holding around the collar more than the offensive player, but I don't think if I was the official in that situation, I would have called because that would have been they would have got the ball first down at the goal line, and that would have been all the controversy tomorrow if they would have got three chances, no, four chances to get the ball in the end zone, and that would have been that would have been crazy for all involved. So I think they did the right thing by not making that call. So yeah. What's up with Tanya Jones? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. So I guess that puts UM in the national championship football game. And the next game is Oregon versus Indiana. I think it's being played tomorrow night. So we shall see. Um, what's up, fun girl? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. What's up, Heavy Bear? How you doing? What's up, Mommy Popo? Congratulations to you if you're a University of Miami fan. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture to the dollar sign Sir King Crown. Like I said, I'm able to view most things. Some things I don't watch, just because they don't deserve my attention or whatever reason. I don't know. But yeah, I was able to follow a couple of things today throughout the day. But let's get into some real world stuff. I actually got an agenda for this live because there's some things I really want to talk about and I want to make sure they got spoken about. So give me a second as I try to bring them up. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna talk about it's hard out here. Trey Young, what the hell is going on? Treasure Lane, what the f? William gets checked and selfish as f. Brianna the contradiction. Brianna ruining the sector. Ness and the woodpecker. Simon loves a tutu and advice to King Pain. So that's pretty much oh, y'all can't even see it. Oh, okay. Let me do that again because y'all didn't see it. Okay, we're gonna talk about hard out here. Trey Young, what the heck is going on? Treasure Lane, what the f? William gets checked and selfish as f. Brianna the contradiction. Brianna ruined the sector. Brianna and the woodpecker. Pecker. Simon loves a tutu. Advice to King Pain. All right. All right, so these are the things we're gonna talk about. Hard out here. So listen, I was listening to, I'll be listening to various things on YouTube. I think YouTube is a great space um, for education and whatever. Just it just depending on what you're listening to. So I'll be over into the financial space, and it was this guy. It's a black guy, and he was telling, "Oh, you gonna have a second job. Like you going to have a second job. You're going to have a side hustle." Because he was talking about, I guess, he was saying that people are running out of cash, people are running out of money, and people who have made massive gains. Because in 2025, if you was in the right place or the right companies, you made some money. Like there were stocks that were $19. I know I wasn't in them, but there were stocks that were $19 that are now $150. And there was one in particular I wish I would have got in, and I knew it because the CEO was talking mad cash. And when a CEO talks mad cash, you better believe he believe in his product and what it can do. And as an investor, that's what you want somebody to hear. You want somebody to speak. If somebody's giving you that regular jargon, you don't want to hear that. You want to you that dude was, and I was like, okay, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden it took off, right? So that company and a couple of others really made some significant gains. So pretty much this financial person was saying that people are running out of cash. They're having to sell their gains from the plays that we're in because they're running out of cash. People are losing their job. What's up, Ron P? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot, and some of these I'm just we gonna get into what I'm saying, but something I'm not gonna talk about because that creates additional drama, and that's some things as content creators we like. Nah, we ain't gonna really touch that because I don't even need that drama. And there's things that we can say, but I'm really not gonna. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm just not gonna say. It. But I'm, trust and believe I'm aware. So going back to what I was saying about the financial situation is the fact that like so people are and things are also getting more expensive. That's the crazy thing. Prices is going up. I forgot I was in the store the other day and I had to do a double take because This item, I forgot what I was looking at, was nearly damn near $10. And I had to do a double. I said, "This that shit is $10." So things are going up due to inflation, and the wages are not keeping pace, right? So there's an immediate disconnect in that situation. So he was just saying like people are running out of cash, um, and all this other stuff. And I was just like, and for a millionaire, this dude's a millionaire. He studied the stock market, all that stuff, and somehow found a way to master it and stuff like that, right? But when I'm very conscientious about who I listen to and what advice they telling me, because when people are up there and got major bags like that, it's hard for them to really relate to the common man, I feel. So they'll be telling you stuff that I'm like, yeah, okay, you can say that, but you can't say that. I can't take your advice because you not living my life. But what he was saying was, kind of true, is that you do have to have two or three jobs or two or three side hustles to make it. You know what I mean? To make it, not to and like be upper echelon, but to make it, it's crazy. It's unreal because you just don't know when that one, your main or whatever is gonna get taken away. What's up, Auntie Donna, baby? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. So he was just saying, like, just to even combat the rise in things that we need, like you need insurance, you need a place to stay, you need food, you need gas. So things like that, it's not like, oh well, I don't need those things. Let them cut down my life. No, that's not how that works. So he was pretty much saying that you need a second job and side, and I'm like, damn. For him to say that, that's kind of crazy because rarely do you hear millionaires talking about, oh, you need a side hustle. You know what I mean? They said, oh, have multiple streams of income. But multiple streams of income to them are businesses, not actual labor. So yeah. Oh, Lemon has dropped Tree Dog. Well, it's about time. It's about time. He only was using her because to augment his broadcast, to be honest. I don't feel she was playing in his face the whole time. So, but she'll be back tomorrow. So don't worry. Um, the other thing I want to say is, oh, it's getting hard out here because listen, I've been going to Walmart. Well, I've been going to a couple stores to be honest, but I'm seeing more and more people taking pennies and change and trying to cash them in. I know because I was at another store and I saw these white people by the change machine. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't mess with the change machine. I have tons of change, but I just don't collect it like that. Like I don't do it to I just store change to store change. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't store change to then turn it into cash. I just don't do it that way. Now, if I needed to, obviously I'll be scrounging up some damn change around here. But I saw that and I was seeing that more and more, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, whatever, because And I saw a guy today because I walked into Walmart. I saw a guy today, and he had the change in a glass container. He had it to the side. I'm like, damn. And that was right after I was listening to this this financial content creator talking about how it's getting real out here. So people are doing everything like scraping up change to turn it into dollars and get it. And whew, yeah, that's crazy. And then on top of that, if they're not, well, I guess they could. Yeah, I was thinking about how they're not going to use pennies anymore and stuff like that. So if they're not going to use pennies and change anymore, does that make change more value? Probably so in the long run because it's going to be seen as a rarity. But does that mean when you go to turn it in, does your value have? Are they going to give you less back? I don't know. That's a discussion for another day. So yeah, so that was that. So yeah, it's just getting hard out here, and people are going to have to find more innovative ways to survive. Unfortunately. Um. So yeah, what else I want to talk about? Trey Young. If you're a basketball fan, I think I may have mentioned some other that Trey Young got traded to the Washington Wizards for C.J. McCollum. But they were saying that Washington was one of his destinations. I'm like, why would the hell Trey Young want to go to Washington? the Wizards. Like they're not a winning franchise, but they say he wants to get into politics. So I guess that's the reason as why he wanted to go to Washington. Mm. But also he could be the main guy, I guess, to score baskets. I guess because they're definitely not a contender. So yeah, that's for my sports people. And then last thing I want to say, what the hell is going on? What is going on in this world? For my financial people, they said a jobs report. Two main things are happening tomorrow. Two things that happen tomorrow on Friday. The job report, which tells us, I guess, I don't know, how many jobs have been added or how many jobs have been. Well, what does the job report tell you? How many jobs? Yeah, they go by how many jobs are added, not how many are lost. So how many jobs are added tomorrow? That's a key thing because it'll let you know, I guess, where the economy is headed. But I don't know. I don't know if that because that data is fabricated. So do you really believe what's coming out? I don't know. Because I feel like the government has a tendency to fabricate the stuff. Right now, another key thing is the courts are supposed to rule. Is this a Supreme Court? I don't know. I don't think it's a Supreme Court. But one of the courts is supposed to rule tomorrow if Trump's tariffs are legal. Let me say that again. They're supposed to rule if Trump's tariffs are legal. Now, if they're deemed illegal, that might be a boon to the stock market, right? Because then that means that the money that people now had to pay for tariffs, they don't have to pay no more. Or they might kick the can down the road and say, we'll make a decision another day. Or they may say they are legal, which will, I don't know, maybe continue to maybe shake the market a little bit. I don't know. But that's something that y'all should pay attention to because that's going to have some implications either way. So, but that's what I wanted to say. Um, Also, I was thinking today. I don't know, I don't know what the hell is going on with the stock market. To be honest, I really don't. It goes up and down, up and down. It's not predictable. You got world. They said really now the only industry that's really going to thrive is the defense industry, right? Because Trump wants to, and you can go look this up. He wants to, or he's requesting a $1.5 trillion defense budget. So that really made the stocks in the defense sector go up because that's guaranteed money, pretty much, if the government is going to uh, make purchases, right? So, like I said, I don't really know where to go. I don't really feel this is a good time. They are saying a crash is going to happen in 2026. Um, I can't really tell you. I'm not here to tell you, but people are looking at various ways to make money, and I don't know if the stock market is one of them. I feel the stock market right now is a get out, get in, and get out game. It's not a long term game. Because the reason why I say that is what happens if you buy something at a high, right? And then it drop on your ass. Like they talking about AI and all these different things. Get in, get out. I mean, the ones that are really suffering are the consumer stocks that I feel because people ain't buying like that, even though they say they are. And I'm telling you right now, what's gonna happen when you gonna see that? Well, okay, I'm gonna tell you. I think what's gonna happen if AI continues to take these jobs, you're gonna see a trickle down effect to the retailers, and it's gonna be a two-pronged effect. The credit market is gonna crash because right now I feel people are living on plastic. Buy now, pay later, or whatever. Da da da. Da. People are living on plastic. I feel because tech companies are cutting too. So while they thriving, they cutting. But at the end of the day, our economy is based on us spending money. So if you get cut, what money do you have to spend? Prices are going up and wages are not. So that means that there's less income to spend on things that we need, right? So I said it's gonna be it's gonna do a two-wave situation. Now I told you about that damn oil thing. I was telling you, I said they in it for the oil, they in it for the oil. Look what happened. And you don't hear nothing more about no damn drugs. You hear about oil. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a two-pronged situation. People not gonna be able to pay their credit cards. It's gonna lead to a credit crisis due to the fact that people are losing their jobs, right? And I'm gonna tell you, one of the major indicators is gonna be the travel industry and the restaurant industry. Now, last year, I was looking at something, and I feel that they finagled that shit. But it's going to come a day and time when they're going to really have to report the truth, okay? Because it was Darden Restaurant, so they own like Olive Garden, Red Lobster, that steakhouse. I forget which one. It's going to be a day they're going to have to report the truth. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Tracy and Lemon fell out, but it's about time. But he needed to get rid of her anyway, because she was bad for business. And I'm big on disrespect. When somebody takes your money and tells you that you should never given it to them and da 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 da, like, to me it's like, get the fuck away from me, because you now going to give. She did the same shit to MU. Took MU's money, said she was gonna pay her back, and then said, "I'm not giving it." Fall. If she creates, sometimes she creates a reason to fall out, so that could be the reason not to pay you back. So I'm not surprised it was a long term coming. I don't think she was needed anyway. She was constantly playing in his face, but he deserved what he gets. So I don't care. Um, so yeah, so it's gonna be a two-prong effect, and I do feel like, and okay, so this is another thing I want to say. Trump is doing all these moves. So just like he was saying, oh, he's going to stop institutions. And when I say institutions, I mean financial institutions from buying up homes, because it's making the American dream of owning a home unaffordable. And it's pretty much put you in forever going to be a renter, because an individual person can never compete with the pockets of an institution. So see these moves that Trump is making before we get to this election period, whatever they call them, the whatever, I don't know the correct terminology, the midterms or whatever. So look at all these political moves that he's making to now put himself in direct favor of the people. Um, but hello, Jules. She said that she's not going. She said she's not going on his trip. So look at all these political moves that he's doing. So to get himself back in the favor of the people. And I wouldn't be surprised if he does something before the tax season, announces some kind of refund or stimulus package to really get his side, the people back on his side. Because right now, I don't feel the people are on his side. Like, to be honest, like that whole Venezuela thing, we not gonna see, we not gonna see a direct effect of that. I mean, you can say, oh, the oil, but he said that people gonna get a whole Doge check. Like somebody said, where's that at? Where's that Doge check that he said he was gonna get? Like, people forgot about that, I guess. So yeah, so he's trying to do these moves. So be on the lookout for that too. Like, he's trying to do stuff to, keep himself in power. Pretty much what I feel. So yeah. All right. So and we never know what's gonna happen day to day. They also said Greenland. He trying to take Greenland. Somebody said that he trying to offer money to the people of Greenland. Listen, the man's gonna offer it by money or by force. He gonna take Greenland. I'm telling you right now. I mean, you don't invest that much effort in something not to do it. They don't have the same political consideration like the Obama and the Biden administration. They showed you in Venezuela, they're gonna get what they want, which is kind of scary, but that's the matter. That's the truth of the matter. All right, y'all. We're going to go to commercial break, and we're going to get into the news that you absolutely cannot use. Feel free to thumbs up the live, and if you want to, feel free to send a gesture to $ Sir King Crown. It'll be tremendously appreciated. We're going to go to commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Yo mama, your mama don't like you, Drew. She want you gone like that thong you wear all day long. You be lying and lying to the point you have her denying your mama, your mama, your mama, your mama don't like you, Drew. Your mama told you get out because you didn't take the dog out. She said it's enough for you pretending to act tough. She tired and tired of you being the drunk, smelling like a skunk. You crashing her cars like you driving to Mars. Got her insurance going up and up like you up to apply to 9 to 5. Well, we know that's a damn lie. Your mama, your mama, your mama, your mama don't like you, Drew. She want you gone like that thong you wear all day long. You be lying and lying to the point you have her denying your mama, your mama, your mama, your mama don't like you, Drew. Your mama don't like you, Drew.
All right, we back. We back. All right, so let's get into it real quick. Treasure Online, what the hell? What the F? What the F? He over there, listen. Okay, so I got this notification, right? I forgot the title of it, right? So I click on the notification. He over there doing the scratch the itch song with a remix. Talking about go get the money, go get the money. Then he got the nerve to say, "Oh, yeah, this make you think of all kind of songs." And then he bust out with the wheels of the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels of the bus go round and round. And I'm like, what? You go from go get the money to a nursery rhyme of the wheels on the bus go round and round. He was like all kind of songs come in my head and I'm like, no, 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 no. James, stick to make it close and not to remixes because the wheels on the bus go round and round. That don't sound right. That sound like a nursery rhyme. Okay, that sound like a nursery rhyme. To be honest. Next up, we can still talk about William gets checked. Okay, William Carruthers. Okay, the failed Casanova. Okay, the man that was on a gurney on live on YouTube with stuff in his nose, child. The one who tried to get Miguel. Okay, the one that got tried to get Natasha. Yeah. So he was over there trying to get, I guess, talk to Just Crystal. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Well, Just Crystal has a younger man now. And that younger man confronted William and said, "Look, you doing too much. Don't talk to my lady like that. You kind of out of pocket." So William tried to flex on the younger man. The younger man was just giving him the business, dogging him out. What's up, soul sister? Dogging him out left, right, front, and center, and all that stuff. And that's true. William, you were wrong. Knowing that, just Crystal was in whatever relationship she is with that man, and you were trying to sit up there and push up on her, and you got checked. But this is the crazy part about this. See, William talked too much. William I feel is and was a nasty, mean, disrespectful man, and we know he is allegedly a wife beater. Okay, based on the things he said on my platform back in the day. So he says because there's quite an age difference between Just Krista and her man. So he says to while he's in this verbal argument with this guy that Just Krista is allegedly dating that my first no, he said his second wife. He said he left his second wife because his second wife was too old and he realized that when she turned 50, he'll be 40. And what would they have in common? I was like, ooh, you a cold hearted geezer. You a cold hearted geezer. Go sit up there and say you knew that damn well when you took the vow to say I do. It wasn't that she just magically turned to be 10 years older than your old farting dusty ass, mean ass. You knew that when you was 30, that when you was 30, she was gonna be 40. So now that she hit 50 and your ass was 40, I don't know, I may got the age wrong, but there was a 10-year difference. And that's the reason why he left her ass, he said. I was like, wow. So there was never no love in the first place. He didn't say nothing about, oh, I loved her despite her being 10 years older than me. Nothing. He said he left her because she was going to get old and older and old, and he had nothing in common with her because of the age difference. I was like, wow, crazy. What's up? Must be trolling. How you doing? Good to see you. Um, yeah, I just thought that was wow. I just thought that was a validation of his character, of who he truly is. Because you brought in a real life marriage that you had. Crazy. Woo, crazy. Anyway, let me do that on. And selfish. And he's selfish. All right, let's get into Brianna, the contradiction. Brianna is bragging about 4 pounds of weight loss. Let me say that again. Brianna is bragging about 4 pounds of weight loss. Don't a whole bucket of chicken weigh 4 pounds? Who the hell cares? Let us know when you get to 20 or 15. Then she had to go and say, "Ooh, I'm looking skinny." Ooh, what? No, 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 no. Then she talking about, "Ooh, chat be cheap." Well, I can't even say it. Chat GPT, chat GPT. Ooh, chat GPT. This y'all. This is the craziest shit I ever heard in my life. Ooh, I told chat GPT not to let me look skinny. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Hold the hold the fuck up. Okay. Hold the fuck up. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. Let me get the damn clip. Here you go.
Lying. Why you always lying?
You told Chat GPT what? She had the nerve to say Chat GPT was making her look too skinny.
Lying. Why you always lying?
Girl, are you serious? Are you serious? Girl, okay. Okay. All right. Now you telling chat. Okay. So you mad at Chat GPT for making you look skinny, but you happy about just losing 4 pounds. What? What? I'm confusing myself even saying that. You mad at Chat GPT for making you look too skinny, but you happy about losing 4 pounds. What? You, you need to tell Chat GPT to work on that neck, though. You know, because I was like, what is that? But anyway, I'm not going to go there today. I'm not going to go there today. I'm not. Hold on. You know what? Let me do the background music real quick. Hold on. Here we go.
Big head Brianna. Big head Brianna.
I never play it in the background. You know.
Brianna.
Yeah. Are you okay? Like really?
You have so much to say, but yeah, you date a man with 8 babies. I treated you
Yeah,
right. I made
I
sure
don't
you got
know.
hugs
Anyway,
right. But
so
instead of
you
being
trying to
with
make
me, you
Chat
decided
GPT
to
mad at
be
Chat
with one of
GPT?
these. When you dream, I know you dream of me and what we could
Mm.
be. Forget that lawnmower man.
You just really
He
glad
was
Chat
lame. I know he
GPT
is my
can
number one
can
fan.
handle
And
all
when we
that
talk
in
about
the
slapping G's, I
in
might
this
just might just
algorithm.
be snapping cheese like.
I'll be wondering what you type in the Chat GPT, Brianna. What did you chat? What did you type in Chat GPT, Brianna? Make me look slimmer. Make me look pretty. I'll be curious. I'll be curious what you put in that. I don't know. But 4 pounds, y'all. So you said 4 pounds on her toe. Oh Lord, I don't know. Mm. And this is what I want to say. This is so weird to me, y'all. Brianna, you say you hang around bad bees. You a bad bee, but you always shouting out Tracy. And on the YouTube game, it's really true about the phrase. You are who you hang with and guilty by association. Because Brianna, let's be honest. Every time you was shouting out Tracy and talking about shit, I'm like, ugh, like. Tracy don't even go with you, Brianna. Like she be drinking pee, and you sound like nobody should ever shout out Tracy. She drinking pee, and then she had fridge nets in her refrigerator. She got tea kettles and pots and pans under her bed, and she had her hair matted like an Apache. So what? I mean, what do y'all have? Like y'all like that? Like you, Brianna, you a bully, and you all about being in the cool girls club. And Tracy is just not one of those cool girls. Like if it was a high school all over again, we'd be like, why the fuck is Tracy? Why is fucking Brianna hanging with Tracy? Like y'all don't. It's just anyway. That's just my side thought. It was like you just be giving her accolades and props that she don't even deserve. Like, and then on the same time, it make you look bad for real, for real. It do, it do, it do, it do, it do, for real, for real. Just saying, it do. The other thing I want to talk about is Brianna. Like, so they said Nika said that the beef sector is dead. Well, the beef sector is dead primarily due to Brianna. Now, I'm gonna admit, I was watching Brianna, and she had a whole plethora of other people on there besides the beef sector. And it just hit me. I said, "This is why the beef sector is dead." And it was like all of these people coming over there just to get shine and limelight, and she was entertained. I'm like, damn. I said, I see what Nika's saying that the beef sector is dead. It really is. I mean, damn. And then I'm not trying to ruffle no feathers, but the way they came over and then what they were doing, like ZX is fucking annoying. Like ZX is fucking annoying. Like, bro, it's a place and a time for you to have your conversation and for you to do what you, like say what you want to say. But sometimes it's not. And just because you have a beard or a goatee, whatever the fuck you want to call it, as gray as Moses, don't mean you know every damn thing. I get tired when he come up there act like, well, maybe this is why she did it. And would you let me speak? No, sometimes you don't need to speak because it's just like you don't need to talk because what you're saying is not applicable to the situation. That's your fucking life, okay? It ain't everybody else's, and sometimes it don't need to be said. It's just not. But that was over there. I said, I see why, But y'all be set to let them in, and then on top of that, the OGs or whatever can't say nothing because they stopped going live. So you they Brianna is the portal, part of the portal. You got that other fruitcake over there that's part of the portal too. So yeah, so that's what I was saying about that. But I feel like damn, y'all just but yeah, so that's my sentiments on the situation. So yeah. What? Y'all's people here surrounded by I don't know what they're saying. Sir Lord, Shangy girl. What's up, Shangy girl? What's up, Shangy girl? Also, apparently earlier in the day this morning, Castro was over there crying his heart out to Jay Wilson. Now I didn't. I caught the end of it when he had left, and then Vivian was talking about message me, and I'll have my team look into stuff. And I was like, wait a minute, Vivian, what team is this? Is this the YouTube team that you gonna have look into resources, or is this an actual community group? Because we just have to be clear on that. But um, I don't know if Castro. They said they don't know if Castro was coming up there trolling or what. But I don't know if Jay Wilson's the right person to assist Castro. And I'm gonna say this in an analytical kind of way, not trying to dog Jay Wilson, but with my analytical perspective, the reason why I say I don't know if Jay Wilson's the right person is because if Castro does something in the future, Jay Wilson will have the tendency to rub Castro's face in it. Remember when you came on my platform crying and you said you didn't know what you want to do and you tired of your life, da 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 da. That's why I say I don't know if Jay Wilson is the right person because he will put your face in the dog shit that you cried on that day, especially if he tried to help you. Now, what it sounded like is Castro. Like I said, I didn't watch it, But for what I heard, it seems like Castro is reaching to that point in life where he's reflecting on himself, and he might be regretting some of the decisions or some of the things that he got going on. That's what I'm saying. But I don't, like I said, I didn't see it. I was just commenting on the fact because they were all trying to help him and figure out his situation. But Castro's situation is very complex. One, he got to get away the hell away from his family. That's what I honestly feel. If you really trying to do better, your family is what is ironic, but your family is one of the main shackles that you have to break because it'll be people in your own family that don't want to see you do better. Like for real. Like they'll pretend like they do, but they'll say, "Do you really want to do this? Do you really want to go that far?" They'll be the main ones that plant the seeds of doubt in your mind, trying to sabotage your dream. And I feel with Castro, when I saw that whole thing with Tommy, I was like, Castro, you need to get the hell up out of there if you really. But like they were saying, Castro, you need to get your license. So you need to become mobile. You need to get over your fear of driving because, I mean, I know there's people that take buses and things like that, but for a person who's starting out, you need to be able to get it and go. Like you just need to. And I know there's Uber and all that, but I don't know. I don't know. Driving ain't for everybody either, right? Because with driving, there comes cost, maintenance, car note if you have to get one, also insurance, also you know, some people aren't drivers. And no offense, I know I have a lot of majority women viewers, but y'all women are some bad drivers. Like let me just see what I noticed recently because there'll be cars zooming in and out of traffic. I saw a lady literally. Now this is the craziest thing. I saw a lady. We all in a line. Yes, it's a 2-lane road going in opposite directions, right? We all waiting. We don't like the red light, but we gotta wait. So this lady thinks that she late to wherever she gotta go work or whatever. So she goes into oncoming traffic thinking that she could beat the oncoming traffic. Just guess what happened? The oncoming traffic, she didn't beat it. Now she going like opposite into the other lane. I'm like, child, I'm like, whatever. I'm like, whatever. But guess what? It was a highway patrolman a few cars back that caught up to her ass and pulled her over. I was like, what? And I saw the highway patrolman with his lights on, but I thought he was getting to an emergency. No, he got up next to that lady and pulled her right. I was like, wow. But all I'm saying is like, I'm seeing a lot of women being like uh, very aggressive, very aggressive. But I'm gonna tell you something. It's nothing nicer to see a fine chick come out of a nice sports car. A nice, ooh, yeah. You been thinking to be a man, it'd be a lady. I'm like, damn, that, I don't know. For some reason, that turned me on. When I can see a lady in a Porsche or something, or a nice car, ooh, or a Lambo, ooh, and she look like something. Ooh. 'Cause I guess it's so surprising you don't think it's a lady. But yeah, y'all lady drivers, please, y'all doing the most behind the wheel. Y'all know it's true. I don't know what's changed. I don't know what's changed, but yeah, I'm seeing more women drivers be aggressive. I'm like, damn, that's a lady too. Yeah, and it be the hood chicks too. They be running around and driving all around and in and out of land. I'm like, calm down, calm down. Anyway, so yeah, Brianna ruined the sector. I feel she kind of doing that too. And all that. But sometimes she ain't no different than Lemon. Let anybody and everybody hop up on there so she can extend her hours. And girl, you need to stop begging. Oh my God, this I'm gonna tell you the Brianna mo. She come on there and beg about everything. Ooh, what's the thing called Birch and something? Oh, Birch and something came out with the best shoes today, and I'm like, oh. The other time it was a ooh, I want this cologne. Why every time you see something you want, it's online and it's a surprise? Ain't you looking offline for stuff that you want? Don't y'all ever notice? Whenever she wants something, she act like she's surprised that she just discovered it. And ooh, I really want that. Ooh, I really want that. And then she begging for it. Low key, dry begging, as they say. So girls just want to have fun, I guess. Oh, also, ODS trying to step on King Roman's shoes? Cause he had a call in, I guess last night. So everybody was saying that ODS is trying to step on King Roman's shoes. I was I don't know. I just think the vibe was different with the ODS's than King Roman's. For we had to do a comparison, King Roman seems was a little bit more animated, I guess, in delivery. Where ODS's was like more Al Rokerish. I don't know what that's what I would say, but I don't know. Me, briefly perusing through it. But yeah. All right. Ness and the Woodpecker. Child, Ness, what is going on with your live? The one you do in the car? It seriously did sound like you had a woodpecker in your car. I don't know what that was. Something was banging against something, and you kept trying to fix it, and it didn't work. But Ness, it did sound like you had a woodpecker in your car. I was like, I said, Ness, what the hell's going on? Then you said you had a rosary. I was like, Ness, you need to you need to pray. You need to pray the rosary on live because child, when you said you had a rosary in your car, I was like, a rosary? You be doing all that cursing in front of the rosary? No respect for God. All right. And you anyway, what's up, Robert Law? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Hope your 2026 will start off well. But yeah, Ness, yeah, yeah. Something's going on over there. So like I said, it's like you got a whole damn woodpecker that's pecking in your car. All right, next up we want to talk about Simon loves a tutu. Um, so yeah, Simon was over there on Brianna's. He came up on there. Diamond Line Dory over there talking she gonna find Simon and all this other shit. Oh no, first she said no, that wasn't him in the damn ballerina cheerleader outfit. That was that man. They're all trying to say, oh, it was superimposed, okay, and all this other crazy terms. Oh, it was AI. That shit wasn't even around back then. That was his ass. Because let me tell you what, even if you want to say it was CGI, which was the technology around that time, because they used that shit in the Terminator, I think, he couldn't afford it. He couldn't afford it. So don't miss me with all that. Oh, that wasn't him. He came. He went on Brianna today, and pretty much said it was him. He said it was him, and then on top of that, it's like if you look at the quality of his video, they had no money. That was a low budget. Oh, child, I'm on the right line. Hold on. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Hold on, y'all. My bad. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, y'all can hear me. Okay, 1 second. It took everything down, child. Lord. Um. Oh Lord, what the hell? Oh, sorry. Hold on, y'all. Technology, technology at its finest. Oh, I know it's not gonna make me do all that. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Um, what I was saying was at that he could that kind of technology. I think was very expensive at that time, so he couldn't. I mean, if you look at the setup, it was a low budget film. Thing situation. So that was definitely him in that cheerleader outfit. If Darren Doran is just act all stupid, it's like damn, like what kind of play y'all running? But yeah, that was him. And then if y'all listen to Brianna's live, she was saying he said, "Oh, 18 years," because some lady came up there asking, "Oh, that was you took ballet school because of the way he lifted his leg in the air and started kicking." So he's like, yeah, 18 years or something, like as if he had been training. Maybe ballet was his main forte. And then he got into rapping or whatever. Somebody told him, yeah, look, you rap better than you are a ballet dancer. I don't know. But it seemed like he admitted to that. He was like, oh, yeah, for 18 years. And then I'm like, I know 18 years, he wasn't no damn rapper. But anyway, he made, maybe, like I said, took ballet for 18 years. So, all right. Um, my last thing I'm gonna do. or say before I drop the link real quick is about this whole situation with this reality show and my advice to King Payne as it pertains to Lemon. What's up, Doctor Sobe? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Um, so the reality show, whatever. Okay, we know there was a attempt prior to have it. They're saying that King Payne already had one with Lady Snoop, and I guess it was. I don't know. I don't know what the status of it was. I don't know if it was completed or if it was not complete. I don't know. They said. I think they said it was completed. Whatever. But this is the thing I was just wanting to share with King Payne in regards to Lemon and then just this whole thing regarding a reality show regarding Lemon. This is the thing. And this is not me being a hater. I hate that I always have to give a fucking disclaimer when that bitch started on my platform. Like, what the fuck I gotta do that for? Um, I don't think a reality show is the best thing for Lemon, right? And it's the Lithuanian networks. They showed it in Lithuania. Um, oh, girl, you meant the Lit Nation? Is it? I don't. Maybe it might be the Lithuanian. Lithuanian. Um. Okay, so as it pertains to a reality show, okay, I'm great. I think it's good. I think it's cool. Whatever. That's fine. That's cool. That's good. I don't watch them and I don't watch that shit because I feel like that shit is triggering for me. Okay. Um. So for what I was hearing coming back to me was the fact that like Lemon up there talking about he gonna fight on the show and all that shit. They said that King Payne said it was not a fighting show. I'm glad he told him that because my thing with King to tell King Payne is be careful of someone like Lemon. Lemon already tried to get on a reality show. So that's probably why he didn't make the cut on a reality show that he tried to get on because he always coming in with that fight and attitude. So obviously there was something that they didn't like or did not think that he had that made him did not allow him to make the cut. So my situation, well, one thing I want to say with King Payne is be careful with him because he could be the person that fuck up your whole shit. And he already got some vices and some demons that he dealing with by his own admission. So, and I honestly feel that Lemon being in a reality show is the worst thing for him. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because that boy, he set on thinking that that is gonna be a major accomplishment in his life. Like you see how he going around on being a nobody on YouTube bragging to everybody that he's somebody and he ain't. Right? So imagine if he get put on the big screen and on some other network, and then he gonna think that's gonna be his life accomplishment. He gonna be going to Walmart, Walgreens, and CVS, telling everybody that they should be paying for his groceries or his medicine or his food because he was once on a reality TV show. When that carries no weight at all, right? It is not me being a hater, but I'm like, damn, I don't think. And then let's just be honest, he is not that astute. Like living a, and then okay, this is another thing that keeps bothering me. He keeps saying nobody believes in him. The problem is he don't believe in himself, right? So he uses the fact that oh nobody believes in me, so therefore I'm a no. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe that you could do the things that you want to do. It ain't nobody else. We don't give a damn because we're not trying to do those things. We're not trying to do those things. You're trying to do those things, not us. We don't give a damn. We really don't. Let's be honest. It's you that has whatever kind of insecurity you have that believe. So stop saying that shit. That just gets annoying. Oh, you guys don't believe in me. No, you didn't believe in yourself. Or you sit there for 20 minutes of dead air and don't say shit. That's telling everybody you don't believe in yourself. Because at least when ODS was over here, he tried to seize the moment. I don't give approval of that, but if you try to take a negative and turn it to a positive, hello. Anyway, but yeah. So my message to keep it is just to be careful with him because he might try to sabotage your shit. Like for real. Like I mean, so I just that's how I feel. Like I don't know, and I don't feel like that being on a show would be productive for him in the long run. That's how I feel, right? I mean, it's been productive for a few, but the thing is also what women don't understand, and I know like people were telling me he was comparing himself to Lady Snoop because King Payne views Lady Snoop as a major contributor to his reality TV show that was I guess you could say was a pilot. Um, Lady Snoop don't have as many enemies as you, Lemon. So while you sitting over there trying to sell yourself to King Payne, you have created a long list of enemies, seen and unseen, that now you're going to put yourself out there for more exposure to come back onto you. You get what I'm saying? Like you just don't. You think that you can say shit to people, and then as the sun rises on a new day, that's all forgiven and forgotten. And that's not the case. There are some people who really hate you. I heard someone say that today. They hate you, and they double down on it. So you've done a lot of shit, and that's I'm not gonna lament on what I. You've done a lot of shit that you just don't erase and say. Like you say some hard ass vicious shit to people, and they remember it to this fucking day, and they're just salivating for the opportunity to maybe you get on a reality TV show, then clip something and send it to an advertiser to fuck up King Payne shit. See, people, I present the long term picture, and for the long term to play out, it may take a couple months, or it may take a couple of years, but usually what I say comes to fruition. Just like I told you about that motherfucking doxing that y'all were doing in 2019 and 2020 that y'all thought was okay, and you'll be like, "Oh, Sir King, you're just paranoid. Oh, Sir King, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, there's nothing happening. It ain't happening to the people now." And what do they have? Doxing laws on the books. Right? I told you that. Because y'all was going too damn far with that shit. Now, obviously, it took some powerful people to also get involved in that dox and stuff, but it still affects y'all to this day. So I'm just telling y'all, I'm telling Living primarily, be careful what you wish for. Because you wishing to get on a big stage, but the big stage might be the worst thing that may have ever happened to you. Because your words are out there, right? And your words can be used to incite. And the bigger stage that you own, the more people you expose to, and the more the audience grows to share that with. So I'm just saying, King Payne, be careful of the person that you invite into your platform or to your business endeavor, because that was business. For the dummies in the front, it's entertainment. But on the back end, it's business. It's money, it's investment, it's time, it's relationships, it's connections. So, you know, just saying, I ain't trying to hate, but that's why you don't burn fucking bridges. That's why you don't burn fucking bridges, okay? You don't burn fucking bridges, because, nah, I don't give a fuck. Let me see what y'all saying. This area will follow you forever. Yeah. There's people who have tried to leave this area. I remember somebody who left this area years ago, and they brought up his name the other day. I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn. So yeah, if he does the reality show, maybe that will open the door for Tasha K. For what? For what? Why? You mean interview King Payne? You right? Yeah, interview King Payne, but interview Lemon for what? For what? She don't deal with trash, low level trash, trash that said they would spit on people and do what they do to people. Like, what would be the benefit of Toxic A interviewing a nobody? Child, you call that thick and big, soul sister? I think that's thinking. I think that's thinking crazy. I think that's thinking crazy. For what? Of what? Yeah, she should interview him after he have his court proceeding. That's what she should do. That's what Tasha K should do. That's what I think she should do. Interview him after his court proceeding. Like, anyway. But yeah, so that's my advice to King Pain. Be careful with that investment. And I mean, you can take a book out of what happened with Sean Bradley and Jay Dunn down in Orlando. She wanted to take his ass to court because of that situation that happened with Five Baby. Was it Bama Girl? No, Bama Girl. I don't think Bama Girl. It was the other lady, but or maybe it was Bama Girl. But yeah. So if a liberty gets into a drunken stupor or a drunken fight, trying to prove his masculinity that isn't there with somebody, not T Pain. Oh no, that called T Pain. King Pain, you may have a potential lawsuit on your head. You know, these people over here are very litigious. People over here are very litigious, and they trying to come up for a come up. So, be careful. But I'm probably not telling you nothing that you don't know. You probably got that all included in the paperwork that they gonna sign, that they release you from any physical altercations. But still, in the court of the law, when somebody says to you prior to filming that they want to get in fights and they let the fight, court of law may still hold you responsible because why did you select that person? Why did you select someone who already stated that they had that capability? Because even if you do the interview, she already taking him to court. What? We're taking who to court? King Payne? What's her name? Tasha K taking King Payne to court. Is that what you're saying? We need clarification on that one. So yeah, but I'm not telling you anything you don't know. So you probably got more. You probably know way more than I do. I do King Payne, but I don't know. She said she was drugged. Who? I don't even know who you talking about. Who? Oh, Lady Snoop. Girl, King, Dr. Soapy, write a full paragraph. I gotta put two and two together. Yeah, yeah. But he talking about, but Ron P was talking about Tasha K. No way before was this. No way before was Lady Soup ever mentioned in this broadcast. Yeah, so there. I mean, but yeah, but the thing is, how is Lady Snoop going to prove that though? Did she have a toxicology report? You know what I mean? So in the court of law, I mean, sometimes people enter into lawsuits to to get things, well, to get something and to go away. So, you know what I mean? But that's kind of crazy. What? Wait a minute. What? Oh, child, I don't know. Wait a minute. But they were saying he was over there singing his King Payne praises today. So now he gonna take her to court. Now she gonna take him to court. Excuse me. Yeah. So yeah. Mm, yeah. Now I do feel like if Lemon on the show, that would be ratings gold because of how many people want to beat his ass. But yeah, that's what I think that'll be. I mean that's to me, Lemon, Lemon, Lemon might well be in prison because you're gonna be around people who are going to set you up. Like people gonna be there on side missions, and some people don't, some people might, okay, some people wouldn't mind just going to just get their revenge in person. Like that's people. It's weird. People get this dream of what it's gonna be like, and it could be the complete opposite. You don't know them people. You don't know how you done pissed them off. You don't know who they know that you done pissed them off. Like that's why I said, be careful. Watch your mouth. Be careful what you say. And then on top of that, you stunt in a way that you don't roll in real life. Let me say it again. You stunt in a way that you don't roll in real life. Anybody can come on here and be an imaginary character, but when you're in real life, it's a totally different ball game, and people are going to challenge what you present, and they're going to do so in a manner to show that you aren't what you say you are. Just dumb, just dumb. Yeah, Dr. Soapy is dangerous, and people do hurt for less. It's I don't understand. I don't get it. I really don't get it. See, so yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Shit, that's true. Lemon said tonight he'll beat everyone up and on the show if needed. I don't think he's worried about that. I think he needs to be worried about that, Ron P. I honestly do. You don't think like what makes you think that I don't understand where he think that he like the baddest the baddest shit walking. Like that's the craziest thing. Like we see this shit all the time in real life, especially in the rap scene. You talk mad shit online, people will challenge you to see if you about that. So I don't understand that. Like, don't you think? Like I told you, when they went to Vegas the first time, the whole aura and energy was completely different around Lemon. It wasn't so much negativity. It was a more festive, celebratory situation. I don't think nobody was waiting to see if somebody pulled up on him. So the dynamic has definitely changed. Now let him go anywhere outside his domain. Talking about he'll go to any kind of occasion. And the main narrative is gonna see who gonna roll up on Lemon. And I hate that I'm even saying that. It ain't about, oh, let me meet Lemon because he cool. It's not, he talk shit. Let's see if he can back it up. That's the narrative. And nobody can deny me on that. Compare the vibe and the narrative around the first scene. Ain't nobody was talking about getting, pulling off his do rag and all this other crazy shit. No, but his mouth has caused him to have this kind of narrative around him. You know, and it's owned by his own making. Look, Jay Dunn gonna be coming out looking more tough than Lemon is, because Lemon gonna be the one hiding in the bathroom, under the bed, in the closet, in the stalls. For real, for real. I'm just telling you, you just because you made so many enemies, you don't know where your enemy coming from. That's the fucked up part about it. Who can you trust? You can't trust Ness, and everybody see you and Ness are kumbaya for the sake of whatever y'all got going on. Ness is the kind of girl that will sit there and let people monkey stomp your ass right there while she sits in her car. She'll close the door and lock it to protect herself and leave your ass out there to get monkey stomped. That's the kind of girl Ness is, because she don't like your ass. I'm just saying. So, um, Duncan can't be a bullet. My friend was unalive for asking someone to leave his house. Oh, oof, child. Prayers up to that's deep. That's deep. Oh Lord, prayers up to Dr. Soapy and his friend. But yeah, so yeah, you gotta be careful how you talk to people. And that's the crazy part about it. You got enemies seen and unseen, child. Yeah, but I mean, it's not. Ness, I know Ness is out there talking. Oh, I met Lemon, and then I like. No, you don't. No. Ness, I don't know you, but I know you. For 5 years, like trust me, I know you longer than Lemon even know about you. So I know your tendency and I know your ways. Okay, and you can put on a hell of a facade. And right now, I think it's all a facade because you and Lemon got nothing in common. Nothing. Nothing. And he did talk about your baby. So I think you hold that against those who do. Yeah, and you vindictive. That's I know how you work, girl. So yeah, but yeah. Well, that's unfortunate, Doctor Sophie. Life is so precious. You know. All right, y'all. But with that being said, I don't drop my link in case anybody got anything they want to say. But that's my commentary about what's going on in this area over here. To be honest, so yeah. So to wrap up the broadcast, we'll see. I mean, I wish King Pay. I hope King Pay. I think to be honest, like fuck a lemon. King Pay need to get Nest on the show. I think Nest. I think Nest is very talented, multi-dimensional, and I feel like she would have self discipline to seize the moment. To be honest, I really do. I think Nest could go way farther than Lemon can. Lemon's got some lack of discipline and is not grateful and thankful. Ness put in that work. Ness got knocked down 3 times on this application and came back. And Lemon ain't nothing. I don't see them pages being hit as a knockdown, to be honest. He just went from page to page to page. So I just feel like Ness got knocked. Now Ness had to come back. She had to reinvent herself. She left for personal reasons. She came back. I think Ness can sing. Ness can write. Ness is a comedian. Ness is very quick with it, and Ness is smart. Um, I can't say that about him. Lemmy can't read, he can't write, he can't dance, he can't do nothing. Lemmy can't rap. I mean, let's just be honest. Can Lemmy tell a joke? No, Lemmy can't. Lemmy's not a comedian. Lemmy wants to be a virtual fighter. Oh, we got somebody coming to the stage. What's up, Urban? How you doing?
Big dog, what's going on with you?
Not much. How about yourself?
Good, good, man. I was listening to your commentary. Um, I want to shout out to the nation, shout out everybody out there in Avatar Nation. A blessed and happy New Year's to everyone.
Same
Um,
to you.
yeah, I was sent the link and told that King Payne was on Lemon's show talking about the reality show details. So since I haven't been on Lemon's platform since me and you were on there together, way back when we first started this channel.
Hmm.
I haven't been on there since then. So I clicked in. I actually watched it all the way through. That's the most amount of time I've ever spent on his platform. I watched it all the way through. So I saw a lot. I saw every detail from the moment King Ping hit the link till he exited. So some interesting comment. I had some some very interesting commentary about what I saw, in my opinion.
What did
Um,
you see?
I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna break it down because it's a lot. It is a lot, but I think there's going to be some interesting things happening this year in the B sector. But before I jump into that, I wanted to give some words of motivation for your people for the new year. If you don't mind, Sir King, some words of wisdom, some inspirational words of wisdom for 2026.
Go ahead.
Um, so it's a brand new year, and a lot of people, uh, when the new year rolls around, a lot of people have goals that they want to achieve. There's things they want to change about their life. I kind of wanted to provide some words of inspiration for everyone listening. If you've ever been in a position where you're wondering who's in your corner, God is in your corner. No one wants you to succeed more than God wants you to succeed. When it comes to success, you should be attracting success. And one of the ways you attract success is by creating value. And this goes for your career, for your life. Get in the mental perspective of what value do you bring? It's always the best position when it comes from a leadership perspective, a CEO or an executive's perspective. That's what they're looking for. We're looking for what value do you provide? So think from that perspective, like what value am I bringing to this organization? Always look at things from that perspective, like what value can I bring here? And do whatever you have to do to bring that value. Do you need to take some classes? Right? Do you need to get some certifications? Do you need to go back to school? But as long as you're creating value, you'll be valuable. Um, and we all have potential. You don't want to live in the shadow of your potential. Chase your dreams. You have dreams, go after them. You don't have anything to lose by chasing your dreams. So don't live in the shadow of your potential. Um, One of the biggest things in all of our lives is the people that surround us, the teams that you build. This is you know, from the inception of your adulthood, all the way to your golden years. It's the teams that you build around yourself. And, character counts. Always look at a person's character. You want to align yourself with people that share your core values. So, take inventory of the people that I've said this before on your platform, but look at the five closest people to you. Just take self inventory and just sit back and think, well, who are the people that I think are the five closest to me? And take a look at what they're doing with their lives, what their perspective is in life, and see if it matches with where you're headed in your life. And those are the type of networks you want to build, people that align with your core values and people that can take you to another level. Don't and never let money or greed cloud your judgment. That's some of the biggest mistakes people make in life, from average people to presidents. Greed and money will definitely cloud your judgment and could lead to self-destruction. Always try to create goals. Your goals, you take a constant small steps towards your goals. Ask yourself daily, um, if what you're doing right now is getting to where you want to be. So take self inventory of what you're doing daily. Ask yourself daily, in your daily actions as you go throughout your day, ask yourself, is what I'm doing getting me closer to my goal? One of my favorite things to do is, to leave myself notes. My door when I leave the house every day, I have an eraser board on the door when I go out, and it's things that I want to implant in my mind before I leave the house. Put your goals on there. Put things that you need to remember on there, just to think about as you go throughout your day. And that includes safety. Maybe some safety reminders about where to park. Watch your surroundings. Check your perimeter. But check your goals. Constantly check your goals as you go throughout your day. You're in the office, on your way to work, your daily conversations with people. Ask yourself, am I getting to my goals? Is what I'm doing right now. Maybe you're arguing with someone. Is is what I'm doing right now getting me to my goals? Um, Protect your mind. One of the most precious things you have is your mind. You definitely have to protect what you're taking in your mind. Bible talks about guard your heart and and guard your mind. Guard your heart and guard your mind. There's so many things that could penetrate our mind today, especially with social media. Uh, just look at how absorbed you get once you get on social media and how it absorbs your time. what you're taking in, is that getting you to your goals? Is it edifying you in some kind of way? These are the constant reminders that we have to have for ourselves. And the way you always reset yourself is and what I'm doing right now is just getting me towards my goals. And the last thing I wanted to say is I want to recommend a couple books, but I want to leave behind an affirmation for you guys. This is the affirmation for everybody in the chat, Sir King, everybody included. This is the affirmation. I wrote this myself. Everything I touch in this season and in every season from this day forward shall abundantly prosper. And you can say that after me if you like, people in the chat. Everything I touch in this season and in every season from this day forward shall abundantly prosper. And there's three books I want to give you guys to read. I highly recommend you read. I read these. I keep rereading these books. The first one is "It's Your Time" by Joel Osteen. This is an amazing book. I'm not going to go into the details. It's just a motivational book, but it has to do with changing your thought patterns and your perspectives on life to get you toward your goals. But it's called "It's Your Time" by Pastor Joel Osteen. Another one is by a very popular motivational writer. He's written dozens and dozens of books, but his name is James Allen, and the book is called "As a Man Thinketh." I highly recommend that book, James Allen, "As a Man Thinketh." And write these books down, and you should always carry these books with you. I carry my favorite book with me everywhere I go. The last book is by Craig Groeschel. It's called "Winning the War in Your Mind." Change your thinking, change your life. Winning the war in your mind. Change your thinking and change your life. All right, that's my motivational spiel. I had to say something positive for 2026, SK.
Well, thank you. Change y'all thinking, change y'all mind. So you saying we should start watching the B sector, right?
All things in the moderation, right? Um, but so yeah, I caught that entire episode. I saw when King Payne first came on. And what I want to say about King Payne's network is, so King Payne has this thing where he puts lit in front of everything, the word LIT. So his network's called the Lituation, the Lituation. And it's a phrase that he commonly uses. He's built his whole brand around this word lit, and like, we're lit type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a He's developed his own network. It's like anyone here in the B sector could do what King Payne did if you had the motivation and desire to develop your own network. There's a lot of tools out there that you can use to do that. Um, when King Payne, well, something I want to say about the potential for his network. So I don't know if most of the people in the chat probably remember when I talked about Tasha K dropping down on Jay Wilson's platform. This was during the pandemic. Jay Wilson lost that channel, but Tasha K dropped down on Jay Wilson's platform, and she said, "I'm going to be developing my own network," and she was inviting him and others in the B sector to join her network. Jay Wilson kept over talking her. I saw a lot of similarities between Lemon and Jay Wilson today, because Lemon did the same thing. He was constantly over talking King Payne. He's talking about, "I'm the lead character. I'm the best. I'm the star of your network." He hasn't even watched an episode, but
Mm-hmm.
this was his demeanor. But I saw a lot of similarities because Jay Wilson kept over talking Tasha K and interrupting her. And uh, Wilson, Jay Wilson has done this every time somebody has dropped down on his platform. I've seen episodes in the B sector where Larry King, not Larry King, what the heck is his name? Larry Reed. Larry Reed has dropped down multiple times. Madison has dropped down multiple times. Tasha K multiple times, and every time they do, he overtalks them and turns into this diva star and won't let them get out what they're trying to say. But I saw that parallel today with Lemon. He was constantly doing the same thing. So King Payne's trying to tell him about the network and how payment works and all that. Lemon starts acting, all divish about how he thinks he deserves a certain amount of money. and people aren't going to do it without a check, and that everyone deserves a check. And Kingpin was trying to tell him how his network works, which the way he finances, the way he pays, the way he works in a budget for people to make money is using affiliate links. I know you're familiar with affiliate links, so King. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people here might not be aware of how affiliate links work, but what he basically worked it into was selling yourself, which I actually think is a good business model. How much do you believe in yourself? How what affiliate links does, and the way he set his network up, is how valuable is your platform really? So before Lemon lost his channel, he was right at about 8K. So 8,000 subscribers. How valuable is your platform? If you have 8,000 subscribers, can you get them all to subscribe to the network to watch the show via affiliate link? If you can get all 8,000 of those people, that would get you a nice check. So, but there's other ways that people can monetize, with a reality show. But that was one of the things that I noticed was Lemon constantly over talking Kingpin. Then there was an opportunity so Kingpin, wanted to bring up all the people that were on his show,
Mm.
the characters. This is a good
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to get this on Lemon's, on his platform. And Lemon disappeared,
Mm.
completely vanished for about 25 to 30 minutes. He just dropped off and said, "I'll be right back, guys," and left. So all these characters that were already on Kingpin's show that wanted to talk about their experiences, that were there to beef with Lady Snoop, because Lady Snoop was there live and she was already beefing back and forth with multiple characters over Kingpin's phone. So
Mm.
Lemon was like, "Well, just have them hit the link." So Kingpin gave him all the link and said, "Hey, hit the link and come on up." And Lemon, as soon as that was set up, Lemon disappeared. In my perspective, he went to this is just my own personal perspective. He went to get drunk or to get lit in his own way, whatever way he does that. And he came back blasted and went on these wild, drunken rants. Uh,
Well, oh no, I think based on what you're saying, he had to get into costume, right? Right, because
well,
that's
part of
he
the
had to show.
costume, part of the
Right,
costume was getting lit.
right. He had to show him what he could do, and he had to get that jungle juice in him. So yeah,
Right. Yeah. So when he came back, he was just completely out of control. Yelling, screaming, arguing, wouldn't let Kingpin. Kingpin probably never really got a chance to get in what he really wanted to say, because Lemon was just, auditioning, drunk auditioning. "I'm going to be the best person on your network. I'm going to be the star." Kingpin was saying, "Well, you need to audition." "I don't need to audition. I'm the star." And just, I can only, if I were in Kingpin's position, I would be like, "Man, this guy's a lot to handle here. This is looking, very shaky as to whether or not I want to introduce this person." Um, mm,
Lim is bad for business. So I will honestly say that in terms of you know I mean, because as I was saying earlier, it's a business now. This is not I mean, YouTube. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a business. So I'm sure he's putting investments. He's investing more capital than a StreamYard bill and Wi-Fi. You know what
mhm.
I'm saying? So to bring someone on that could cause an issue and cause you to lose that, to what? I mean, he's already proven to be a powder keg. Are you looking for a powder keg? Then maybe you found it. But also assess the liabilities that come with that. So,
Yeah, yeah, you definitely part of putting together a cast is doing a risk assessment, and Lemon's very high risk. Has a drinking problem. Now, to be fully transparent, a lot of these reality shows, are dealing with people just like Lemon that they already know. They do background checks, they do research on these people. That so they already know what their vices are, and it's good entertainment. And you're going to sign a Webster's Dictionary book worth of documents that protects the network. So, if you decide to jump off the ledge, it's your fault. You know.
right. Mm.
So He's definitely good TV because everybody likes to use put it in quotation marks, a crash test dummy. Everybody likes a crash test dummy. It's the same reason why his channel is popular. Would be the same reason why he would be popular on a network. But his vices, like we see a lot of reality stars that completely crash out and are never heard of again, or you hear a story about them being sitting on the side of the road somewhere. It's a tough, tough, tough business. You got to have some tough skin to survive. All the information that comes out about your life. You can't be embarrassed by anything.
Well,
Nothing's
that yeah, that's sorry. That when you said tough skin, that's not him. And he's going to be humiliated along with his family if they
right.
do a deep dive.
Right.
So
Exactly. Those are the things you're going to get hit with. Yes, your family business is going to be out there, your criminal record, your medical history, people from your past who've had any type of interaction with you, even people that are just making up complete lies just for clout. So it's the reason why so many people in reality TV kind of, their marriages end, they end up in addiction treatment centers and with a lot of calamity. The ones that make it to the top, I have to give them kudos because you had to jump through a million and one hoops to finally get to that point where they're paying you some serious money, you know, 10 years in, anywhere from 6 to 10 years in before you actually get, a check that changes your entire life. And by then, you could be on medication or in a mental hospital. So it takes a tough mentality to jump through all of that. Um, from my perspective on Lemon's lifestyle and what's going on with him, you know,
what's up, Rico?
I don't think he has
Rico,
enough. I don't think he has enough control. I think this would probably lead to his detriment. It could lead to some minor stardom in the beginning, but I think he's going to ultimately crash and burn.
no, it'll lead to his demise because, like I was saying, he led to too many. He has created too many virtual enemies, and
Mhm.
now it's gonna be real life. Oh no, what's up, Rico? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I think Rico, I think you should try to be in T Pain. I keep calling T Pain King Pain show, but yeah, I don't think he doesn't have that fortitude to oh child. Um, he doesn't have that strength and perseverance to handle that for both angles, online and real life. You know, so
Um, the thing about King Payne has a good relationship with Tasha K. And according to him, she's agreed to, put some of the episodes on her network. So for people in the B sector, this could be some visibility that could catapult, to more opportunity. So it's that there's definitely a space here for somebody to capitalize who's intelligent and who's focused.
well,
Um,
I said Ness would be a great person to because like I said, Ness can sing, she can write, she's comedic, she's drama. So I think Ness would be a good person
I
to
do.
fill.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Who do you think in the B sector that would be a good fit? And I agree on Ness. Who else do you think?
I think Ness is a lot of people. I think Ness is the only one built for that. To
Mm,
be honest, because the reason I said that I said because Ness is battle tested. Ness has been here 3 times
hmm
and had to build her had to go rebuild herself each and every time, and she's been able to do that. Lemon is not battle tested. Okay, well I don't see any like how can I say I don't see any credit in okay your channel deleted you just created another one. No, Ness has been through personal situations. Ness has had to go through rebranding situations and stuff like that. So that's why
Yeah, I would agree with you. Ness is a natural for the camera. She also has a way. One thing I like about Ness that I see in a lot of comics. and she can laugh at herself. I've often seen Ness in the middle of what you thought was a heated drag session, and she will actually laugh at the things that the person is saying to her because it's funny to her. She sees the humor in the in the roasting section. So she's aware of. She has a great sense of comedy. So she's very self-aware, and she can laugh at herself. If you can laugh at yourself, you go a long way in entertainment. And so I definitely see that in Ness. I'm not going to say Lemon doesn't have potential. He has this wild side of him that's attractive to reality TV, but his vices, I think that his vices are going to lead to a crash. Um, you know, that's my perspective. But I could see him getting a lot of attention on Kingpin's show if he doesn't completely crash out by beating up the cameraman, beating up Kingpin, beating up the cook, beating up the driver.
I don't think Lemon will beat up the auxiliary personnel. It's just the other castmates he thinks that he has to beat up to create a name for himself. That's
Hmm.
what and he'll do it based on his own insecurity alone, his own paranoia. That they're getting a one up on me, so I gotta show them what's up. Yeah.
And he's a good manager because he wasn't even self-aware of what was going on. Interestingly enough, Goosey seemed like he'd be a good manager. I see some potential in Goosey. He was trying to redirect Lemon, but he needs a good
Yeah, I mean,
Lemon needs a good manager if he's going to see any kind of
well, Lemon,
headway.
yeah, Lemon can't
Headway,
manage himself. I agree. Yeah.
right? And the way he was acting, he wasn't aware that he was over talking Kingpin. He wasn't aware that he wouldn't let Kingpin get anything out. He wouldn't have ran off, while you have all these people from Kingpin's network that wanted to hit the link. They couldn't get on unless Lemon let them on. He wouldn't have ran off and disappeared right in the middle.
You know who need to be his manager though?
Who?
Shireen, because
I don't
I
even
don't
know who
know.
that is. Who's Shireen?
It's IHOP, the one that got beat up at IHOP,
Oh.
because she has a son
Mhm.
that was in the entertainment game. So
Okay.
because I don't know who else, who would he trust as his manager? I just don't. But it also has the industry knowledge.
And he also needs to listen. There are other problems.
Oh,
Some people aren't manageable.
yeah,
You might have. I've seen a lot of people who have potential, but their vices wouldn't allow them to.
yeah, but
Something I mentioned here was about don't live in the shadow of your potential.
but
You
Urban, that's not possible. He's not gonna listen to nobody. He don't listen to his mom. So what you think he'll somebody like it would literally have to have control of him. Lemon, get up. Lemon, it's time to go. No
Mhm.
lemon, orange juice instead of vodka. No lemon, no, you can't eat that. You can't eat Chick-fil-A today. You have a photo shoot. Salad, salad, salad. No, that is the kind of management he would need, you know?
Yeah, you're right. You're right on the money. And there's entertainers that actually have that, and we're talking about very wealthy entertainers that generate a lot of income for people around them. They're making a lot of money for their team. So yeah, even if they need a shot, you look at people like Michael Jackson and all of our greatest. If take a look at this, Sir King, all of our greatest entertainers. This is what the entertainment business does to you. Look at our greatest entertainers. So you start with Michael Jackson, go to Whitney Houston, Prince. Let's just use those three. Their lives all ended the same way.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But
Yeah.
their lives didn't start. To see, Lemon life, child, Lemon is already a wreck. Because if you watch the Whitney Houston movie, she didn't start out that way. She was in the church, you
Mm-hmm,
know.
hmm.
She
Right,
wasn't,
right,
she wasn't abusing substances. So
right.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I would agree. So yeah, he would need someone that he's going to listen to. He's too hard headed and too. I mean, this is someone he's never had a conversation with King Payne before, and immediately upon him hitting the network, I'm your star. I'm the biggest star on your whole show. Nobody's a bigger star than me. You know, demanding things. You know, I don't need to audition. I don't. These are his exact words. I don't need to audition. I'm already good. I don't need no audition.
And you
Um,
just 1 year in the game. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And King Crane was saying, well, you don't have a background. You don't have a resume.
Uh,
You can't demand this. You can't demand that. You're not. You don't have. You haven't. You don't have anything that I can look at that
I
could.
got. Oh, I got to look at that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got to look at it. You told me he didn't have a resume. Oh
Yeah,
wow,
if you need a resume, I need to see something, you
wow.
know, and everyone needs to audition. But it was a drunken mess, you know. But on the other hand, you know, from a reality producer show, they would say, "Oh, this is gold," right? Because exploiting people is a large part of reality TV. Right? They
Yeah, I mean,
exploit your drug addiction, they exploit your rehab, they exploit you going to prison and coming home.
yeah, and I
They
think
exploit
that's the key word that you said, Urban, is that I'm not trying to look at really. I'm not trying to put that on him or look at King Payne as an exploiter, but
right.
that's what that is.
That's gold. That's ratings gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll exploit you. They'll exploit your crash out, and then when you're done crashing out, they'll find another crash test dummy.
Hmm.
You're the one that blew your opportunity.
Hmm.
So a lot going on there. You know, I will say for people in the B sector, if this leads to something for those who are going to be on the show, you know, I was King Payne came forward and said, you know, I don't have a budget, so I can't afford to pay you anything. But
Mm.
you can use this affiliate marketing. You know, you market yourself. If you believe in yourself, if your platform believes in you, they'll get you there. They'll buy they'll subscribe, you know, to the network, and you'll get your affiliate money. And then one thing I noticed about the research that I haven't seen anywhere else other than the church people that have their own church communities
Hmm.
is crowdfunding. Nobody crowdfunds on YouTube like the B sector. People's
Hmm.
rent get paid. People get five, six, seven bicycle bicycles, which run about a G a piece. You know, you know what I'm
And
saying?
then,
People,
and then it got the nerve to say that they were stolen and get another one. I was like, what?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Electric bills, rent, past due rent, you know, all kinds of things. Like nobody crowdfunds better than the B sector. And people typically for their birthdays, people make thousands of dollars. I won't mention the content creator's name, but there was one that I heard say that they made $6,000 on the in donation money on their birthday. This was recent. Nobody
I,
crowdfunds better than the B sector. So I'm saying that to say this, that if you end up being in this situation and you're on Kingpin's network or another network, you can look into your audience and say, look, I want to be on this show. I want to show up in a limousine. I want to have a hot wardrobe. You know, I want to go out and party. There's things that I want to do. And you can get your audience to
well,
crowdfund
yeah.
from. Go ahead,
But
SK.
the people that are ruining that are the likes of Brian and Tracy, who said they're gonna go somewhere, don't go. So,
Mhm.
I hope, they don't ruin it for the people. So
That is true. And I don't think that what I've noticed is when people do stuff like that, when they rip people off or pull a scam, people
yeah.
still let them on their platform. That should be automatic. Oh no, you can't come on my platform. You
Yeah.
running pulling scams on people.
Hmm.
You can't come up here.
Hmm.
You know, with the B sector, you know, there's really no rules. But in saying that there's no rules, you got to develop some type of community rules in order for it to survive.
Yeah, but that they look at it as a form of entertainment. So the reason why Jay Wilson allowed Brian stood up there because now he's still considered entertainment. It didn't affect directly Jay Wilson. So yeah,
Yeah,
but
I see them. Go ahead.
no, and then we don't mention that person. So he just,
I see you know, I see that. I see that, you know, it's all there's no rules, it's all entertainment, but you're taking advantage of something that's very unique to the B sector. You know, the
I
B sector,
think
if you
yeah,
do
I'm
your
sorry.
research on the
Mhm.
analytics, the B sector has, and this is the more detailed research where you can get research reports about a specific social media community. The B sector has a large amount of retired federal employees, city, state, and federal. That's a lot of money. That's the reason why people have done so well here. That's a uniqueness to, but these are people that are in senior years. What's going to
Hmm.
happen when these retired federal employees pass on? What's going to happen to the money in the visa?
Oh, it will evaporate, and they'll have, there'll have to be something else.
Yeah, there's a new generation. There's a new
Yeah,
generation.
universal income. Yeah,
There's a whole new generation of younger viewers, right?
yeah, but the younger
Younger
viewers,
subscribers, younger donators. They're not going to have
yeah,
that. We're
right,
talking about people that come from Obama's generation. Like
right,
they're not going to have that kind of money. Those types of retirements probably won't even exist. So you're dealing
yeah,
with a lower income scale.
yeah,
But what were you going to
exactly.
say?
And no, I was gonna say, oh, then just people, things will move on. You gotta move on. I mean, move on. I was talking about that in my earlier broadcast that I was listening to a financial content creator, and he was saying that people having to get 2, 3 jobs is becoming a norm because of the cost of living is so high now. So that's going to be the new norm. You know, if people want to get less, or you have to find an innovative way of making money. I don't know.
Yeah, one of the things I don't see the administration addressing is this disparity here of jobs being lost via AI.
Correct.
I haven't seen a solution yet.
Well, they say universal income.
Well, other than that, yeah, other than that,
Yeah. So
right?
yeah.
Other than that, I mean, I've heard that tossed around, but I haven't seen anything.
Well, it's gonna. I feel it's gonna get bad out here because I was saying that I've never seen so many people recently going to the stores to cash in their coins for dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never seen that in such a short time span.
Talk about
Uh,
the coin machines in the grocery
y-
store.
exactly. Yeah. hmm So
You know, they don't give you the entire amount. They take a cut.
yeah, they take cut. Yeah, I know.
But
But
yeah,
to
that
see
the
that,
penny pinching.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
unfortunate, man.
yeah.
Go ahead, go ahead. I want to hear
No,
your.
it's unfortunate, and then it's just, and it's not. I don't think this. And then I was saying that with the evolution, obviously, of AI is going to take an economic hit because people are hired to stimulate the economy, right? You hire, you get your paycheck, you pay, you buy stuff. It keeps the cycle going. But now that you're cutting people, where is that economic stimulus coming from, right? So the people going to get hit are the restaurants, the retailers,
Mhm.
and inflation is not keeping up with wages. So they have to address that too.
Yeah, yeah, they're definitely behind. Those are the things. Right now, those are the things. So you see them focusing on these data centers because that's going to be the
Mhm.
new infrastructure, right? That's the new fiber optic cable. That's the
Correct.
new infrastructure. So they're focusing on that, but while the economy is taking a beating and people really are, and just look at the number of companies that have fired people and replaced them with AI.
Hmm.
Google, one of the leading companies,
And
Amazon, that
yeah, and
um,
that's so crazy because these are the top most valuable companies in the world laying
mm,
out people. And it's
right.
not like, oh, we're barely making a profit. No,
Hmm.
you know. So I think I think
Yeah,
it's going to create anarchy. To be honest, you're going to see a lot of dysfunction. That's what I feel.
yeah. Well, this goes to the war against the machine, right? I mentioned this on your platform before, but in downtown Atlanta, I saw this myself when I was there on business. People kicking over the delivery robots.
Uh,
The delivery
and
robots.
the robot couldn't get up, right? Right.
Exactly. Right. So that's the war against the machines, and that's going to happen.
Oh
People
yeah.
shooting down delivery drones,
Hmm.
people driving these semi trucks that are these automated semi trucks that are transporting commerce across the U.S. Running them off the road or hacking into their systems. This is that whole Terminator thing coming to life.
Hmm.
And people are going to start rebelling against, automation taking over their jobs. But that's inevitable. That's definitely going to happen. There's really no way around that. It's already happened.
Yeah, it's
People
already happened. It's sad. It's sad to see.
people are shooting
It is.
drones out of the sky, kicking over robots and filming it and putting it on TikTok. So it's already happening.
But I'm just thinking, what are the people at the top thinking? How could you live with yourself knowing that you're making it hard for people to survive?
Yeah. That comes, what I mentioned when I was talking about my inspirational points for this year. That's letting greed get in the way, blinding you with greed. From an executive perspective, I'm not expected to have any kind of mercy. I could care less about the people, that are, beneath me in the pyramid. My focus is on the board. My focus is on profit. And that
Okay, does profit get you into heaven?
with that comes short-sightedness. When you focus on, there's a reason why you see a lot of CEO turnover. There's a lot. You know, take it from me. There's a lot more involved in it than just that. But that is the attitude that you're expected to have. If I got to lay off 20, Google laid off. Google's had multiple rounds of laying off 10,000 people, 20,000 people, 30,000 people just the past year. And you think the CEOs cried or went home and talked to the wife about it?
Well, actually, the CEO of Google said he was sad to have done it, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's PR. That's public relations. I haven't, very rare have I met a CEO who has any kind of sympathy, because you've got to be a shark.
So, do you expect CEOs to have sympathy for them?
CEOs
I,
have
I'm
sympathy.
sorry. Do CEOs expect people to have sympathy for them?
No, no, they don't. But I've heard, I've sat in there in
Okay.
conversation.
So let me ask you this question. So that CEO that got killed, United Healthcare CEO,
Right.
did people expect to have? I mean, were there people? How can I say this? So should have people been sympathetic for him?
Well, I mean, of course. I mean, he,
Because the motivation wasn't a personal vendetta. It
right,
was because of his company's practices of denying medical claims for
right.
for that guy and his or his mother or whoever passed away.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'm not in agreement with him losing his life, and anybody who has any kind of morality. I'm a Christian leader. I have Christian values, and and everything that I do. I don't agree with that anybody needs to lose their life, and I don't
but
agree. Go ahead, go ahead.
I feel more and more that is going to become common because now you have CEOs approving, initiating, and creating projects for AI and stuff to take people's jobs, which
Oh
is
yeah,
their livelihood. So, I just feel things are just going to become more aggressive towards them.
yeah. I mean that community already exists. It came out when that CEO did lose his life. It came out on how much people just look at all the comments. Just kind of go back to that news story.
Mm.
Google that news story and just look at the comments. Like, go on YouTube and type in the name of the CEO.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. There are people camping out in front of the building because they are fans of that guy. You know.
Right, and read the comments. Read the comments on YouTube. They're brutal. Not
Mm,
not every other comment. Every single comment with 10,000, 20,000 comments. They're all saying the same thing.
mm,
So it's the rich versus the poor.
mm,
Kind of like let them eat cake mentality.
mm,
Uh, where what that means is basically saying that if you don't have anything to eat a slice of cake. But that's talking about being so detached so detached from the common man. That's something that I never want to lose. That's something that's built into me. My grandfather. I think I've told the story on your platform before. My grandfather knew everybody's name, janitors, people that came into the office and interrupted meetings, and he knew their name, knew how many children they had, and he would interrupt an important meeting. I remember the first time I went with him on base. It was like one of those days where you can go and bring your family and see what you do for the day. I'll never
Mm.
forget a few janitors came into my grandfather's office to do some cleaning while he was having a meeting, taking out the trash, dusting, and stuff like that. And he stopped the meeting and spoke to them all, asked them how the kids were doing, how old the
Mm.
children were, if there's anything that they needed. The other leaders in the room were like, "We're having a meeting here. What are you doing?" But he had he had that kind of empathy for people, and he knew everyone, which made him so popular.
Mm.
That's the type of leader that I am. But those are far and few between. It is the rich versus the poor. I when you were saying that you need to have a couple of hustles, that is a reality. A lot of people are getting comfortable with poverty. There's a
Mm.
huge community of people that are not even what they're doing is they're removing the biggest part of your money goes to your rent. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people are moving into their cars and into their vans. It's the fastest growing, one of the fastest
Woo!
growing communities.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
seen that. I seen it the other day. I seen
yeah.
it the other day.
Just type in van life on YouTube
Uh, and
or off grid,
you said that
van life
so
and off grid
smooth.
living. Go ahead.
And what was the last part you said? And what living?
Type in van life on YouTube or type in off grid living. A
Mm.
lot of people are moving to this whole element. This is specifically than what you were talking about the cost of living. If I can eliminate my rent,
But you
then
said it's so smooth though, and you just said like getting comfortable, getting comfortable
poverty.
living in poverty. I was like, oh, and I see it. I see it. I see it. People
Yeah.
living in their car and then they go bathe at Walmart or something.
hmm
Oh,
And a lot of them are saying that it's free. I'm glad that I don't have to pay rent anymore. That money up.
shit, you don't know who coming around your car at night. You know what I mean? You
Get you a
gotta make it
van. Get you a van, SK.
fair for what? So you can come knocking on it.
Take Avatar Nation to on the road on the van.
I'd be paranoid. Who gonna come knocking on my van at night? Oh,
And
and
if you
what happened you got diarrhea or something? Oh Lord, oh no. I
glad
be
to see
thinking that.
glad to see
Yeah.
your parents run out into the woods.
I don't know, man. Mm.
But yeah, this is where this is leading. This is why this is such a huge YouTube community, and they're showing you how they live, like how they take a shower, how they get dressed, where to park at, how they use the restroom, and a lot of them are saying that it's free. Like I feel
Free
free.
what? I mean, I understand. I'm just, but free what? Like, I would never be able to rest because I would be like, who? I would just feel uncomfortable knowing that somebody could be around my van. Like, I just,
That the security cameras is a big part of it. They completely surround the vehicle with cameras.
oh,
They
so they put
really
them up in a tree or something?
No, they put them in the vehicle. They put, like a
Oh,
lot of modern day cars come with these cameras that are installed. You set up your own network surveillance system. You put these little cameras on just completely surround your vehicle. Little pinhole type cameras. You drill a hole, put the camera, surround your vehicle with them, and on the inside you have like a little surveillance station where you can see what's going on. But yeah, you'll get sucked in. If you type in van life, it'll suck you in. SK, it's a fascinating community. It's one of the fastest growing communities on YouTube, but it shows what's happening in America culturally. It shows what's happening in America.
I saw a bus one time. I saw the person had a whole bus, school bus. They turned it into a house. I was like,
Yeah, people are digging holes, and people are going in the woods and digging a hole,
oh, and then
building
I was
log cabins, building mud cabins,
yeah, and then I was watching Criminal Minds the other day, and they were talking about the people who are living in the tunnels.
and
Uh,
underground in the
yeah,
tunnels. Yeah.
yeah.
because the biggest portion of your money goes to rent. So people are getting creative, but this is third world stuff. It should be happening in America. This is what people have been doing in the third world countries. This shouldn't be happening in America.
That's
Like,
true.
you shouldn't have a corporate job, but you live in a mud hut in the woods.
That's crazy.
Yeah, things to come, things to come. But I don't want to tie you up anymore, SK. It's always a pleasure to drop in on the
Yeah, it's
nation.
yeah. I appreciate you telling me about the King Payne situation because I'm gonna go over there and do my analysis. I'll do
Yeah,
my
yeah,
analysis.
and review it. Definitely review it. I think it would be a good episode for you to review that. And title it that way. So
Yeah,
my review of King Payne's visit to
yeah. That's
the
something to do
United Kingdom.
because I don't watch him because I'm always thinking that motherfucker started over here. That's the crazy part about it. Like, if I knew things would have transpired the way they are now, I would. Mm-mm, there would be no lemon. There'd be great man or something. But
Isn't that how? Yeah, great man. I remember great man. Isn't that crazy how life happens, man? You never know what's going to hit you. Like when the day limit popped up on your platform, you couldn't have predicted that. It just popped up.
no,
And
could not.
look at the trajectory of how it changed everything.
And the crazy part about it, I didn't even know who he was. It's like how you hear people. You hear this person and they eventually come over to your channel. But I never heard no damn lemon. Or Drew at the time. Um, so yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy. You know, and it wasn't like, oh, I knew that, I knew that. It just, like I said, you never know nobody. You know, so. Uh-oh, can you hear me? I think
Yeah,
you
I
may have.
can.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So that's how I feel about that. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, you never know what life's going to throw at you, man. The best thing to do is to learn lessons and then, take those lessons, digest it, sit back, think about, man, what have I learned here? And most people don't do this. They don't sit back and do lessons learned. But it's a good exercise to kind of sit down, especially now going into the new year, because people are so distracted with social media. It really does affect how you think. That's why I said protect your mind. Protect your mind, because nowadays you get so distracted. But if you could find some peace in your mind and kind of sit down and evaluate your last year, evaluate 2025, and just kind of sit down in a peaceful place in your home and just think about, what did I learn last year that can help me do better this year? But one of the hardest things to find these days is peace of mind, some slow down time to think.
Mm-hmm.
People are trying to pay the rent and get back and forth to work, and I got a wife and two daughters that are a handful. I got multiple things that I'm trying to juggle, and so it's hard sometimes to just. That's why I'll enjoy having a cigar. I'll sit out on a, I'll sit out on our deck. I'll just kick back and I'll enjoy a cigar. My wife will grab her daughter and say, "No, Daddy's having." She calls it a cigar moment. Daddy's having a cigar moment. And I'll be out on the patio on the deck and having a cigar, having a shot of scotch, and just it's kind of like my woosah
Mm-hmm.
moment. But that's where I get my quiet time, and that's where I do some quiet time thinking. But um, some people have a prayer closet, but try to build in some quiet time. I'm a huge reader. I love reading. So I take quiet time to do that. But try to find a way to have some kind of quiet time, just for peace of mind. Living in this technological era, our brains don't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
We've got children addicted to phones now. Look how fascinated children get at cell phones. Put a cell phone in their hand and they're instantly fascinated. You don't think companies are capitalizing on that?
Of course.
Take a look at these apps that target children. Yeah. So children's minds, that's why I said guard your mind. Children's minds are being absorbed at 5 years old.
Yeah.
Protect your mind. It's the most valuable, one of the most valuable things you have. Your mind and your health. Yeah. got your right mind, you got your right health, you can do a lot.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, big dog.
All right.
Shout out
Thank
to
you,
the
Urban.
nation, everybody out there. I'm not reading the chat. I can't see the chat actually, but I always enjoy popping in on the nation. Everybody out there, shout out to you. Enjoy your new year. Make yourself better in some kind of way this year.
Yeah, I agree. Quick. You never know what's gonna happen in 2 months or whatever. So
Yeah, that's true. Time is sped up dramatically.
Oh, for sure. 1 year's gone. We got 3 more to go. So yeah.
Mhm. All right, guys.
All right. Take care. Have a good one. Thank you.
All right, that's good.
All right. Take care. Bye. All right, y'all. I'm up out of here. Y'all have a good one. If you want to, y'all feel free to send a gesture to $ Circuit Crown. Pay attention, y'all, to tomorrow. The job report comes out, and then also the courts are supposed to rule on whether Trump's tariffs are legal. It'll be interesting to see what the courts say because the courts haven't really been 100% on Donald Trump's side, but I think there'll be too much economic fallout if they don't. And if they don't, then you never know. They might appeal it in that court system or something else. So, but with that being said, I'm out of here. Thank you to my wonderful moderators. I appreciate y'all. And Rico, you try to get on a T-Pain show too, or King Pain show. All right, with that being said, I'm out of here. Y'all take care. Have a good one. And remember the change y'all want to see in the world. And what song I'm going to end with? Let's see. I'm going to just end with the new one, Fly. All right, y'all gonna flap out of here. All right, y'all.
As I look at the sky, I wanna fly, 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 fly to a brighter day where people are not rude and are kind to those who are new. Fly. I want to fly to a place where I can relate and contemplate those that are great. Run me up the negativity and the suppression of economic inequality. Equality seems to be a fallacy in the world I see. To the honey, no more God it seems if money is your guardian. But what is the value of the soul when you are told it is worth more than you and gold? Fly, fly, can't wait to fly, hey, way to a place where kindness and kindness abound, where it is a sin to have a frown or call someone a clown. Until then I pray and pray. As I look at the sky, I wanna fly, 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 fly away to a brighter day where people are not rude and are kind to those who are new. Fly, fly, fly away. I wanna fly to a place where I can relate and don't convey thoughts that are great. Rid me of the negativity and the suppression of economic inequality. Equality seems to be a fallacy in the world I see. Fly, fly, from what I see, money get you to the honey. No more God it seems if money is your God. But what is the value of the soul when you are told it is worth more than you and gold?
All right, y'all. Have a good one. Take care. Please don't let the live as you exit the broadcast. Thank you to my wonderful moderators. Thank you, Auntie Donna. Thank you to Ron P. Thank you, Diva D. Uh, Thank you to anybody that I may have missed. Philly T. Detached. Y'all take care. Y'all have a great one. Remember, be the change you want to see in the world. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.